Hi everybody, welcome back to the Steak and Brush, and this week of course is a special week. We're devoting it all to skincare. Today is day 2 of that, and so what we're going to do today is I'm going to go through my morning skincare routine. And we've already gone over the different kinds of things that are important to use on your skin, so I won't go deeply into that. This is just more what I'm using and how I'm applying it. Fresh out of the shower, usually the best time to do this for me, but the first thing I'm going to do is I just have one of these little wraps to keep my hair out of the way because I have tons and tons and tons of hair, and this just makes it a little easier. Okay, alright, first step is cleansing. Some people will cleanse in the morning and some people will just tone. It's really personal preference to you. I mean, especially if you just, if the last thing you do is wash your face before you go to sleep, and then you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is shower, you're really not collecting a whole lot of dirt. And a toner will probably cleanse it enough for you. But for me, I don't always, the first thing I do is not get a shower. I don't work, so I'll be laying around or doing all kinds of things for a little while before I shower, or before I cleanse my face and stuff. So I like to cleanse. I use, it's got a hair on it. It's just a generic, I don't even know what brand it is. I got it off Amazon. Wow, it's kind of worn off. Pixnor? I don't know. The brand is really important. I can't afford a Clarisonic. If I could afford a Clarisonic, I would be doing this. Instead, this is one that kind of, it's the one that swirls around. It's not the Sonic. But it works well enough for me. One day I will upgrade to a Clarisonic. I use, and this is important, use the gentlest head they come with. They'll come with all kinds of different things. Use the gentlest one you have, because the purpose of this is not to scrub your face down as hard as you can. That's harsh on your skin. Even, some people say the spinning brush head can pull on your skin. That's why I use this very lightly, and I use the softest that I can. I usually just run this under some water. Of course, I usually do this in my bathroom. Not in my bathroom, so I have a little bowl of water over here for me so that I can cleanse things, and I'm just going to dip that in there to get it a little wet, just because I like it being wet. There's no real scientific need for it. Lathers a little bit better. I'm going to use my Glam Glow Gentle Bubble Cleanser. The cleanser brand is really unimportant. You don't need an expensive cleanser. You don't need one that says it has all these different anti-aging things that it's going to do for you, because your cleanser is not on your face that long. It's on your, this is just to cleanse the dirt off. I probably would not have purchased this. It's like $28. I got it in a Boxycharm. If I personally purchased, I would probably be just like the CeraVe, the Hydra Nourishing one, whatever the name of that is, because it's cheap and it does what it needs to do. But with all my subscription boxes and things, I usually get cleansers pretty frequently. So I'm just going to turn this on to the very lowest setting and just gently rub it around my face. I'm not pressing hard. There is no need to press hard, and you don't need to, this is you want to do this. I mean, you can do that, but there's no need to do it because the brush head swivels around for you, so it gets that. Just gently go over it so that you're not really pulling on the skin. And you want to make sure I just go right through my eyebrows to make sure I get any stuff there on my eyelids, under my eyes. You very gently under the eyes so you're not pulling any extra on any of the skin. The only place I'm a little harder, or press a little harder, is right around my nose, just so it gets into all of the crevices there. And I take it down to my neck too. It's easy to forget about your neck, but your neck gets dirty, you put makeup on it, it gets sweaty throughout the day, so don't forget the neck. Okay, now that's done. You can see, well, maybe not. I mean, there is still there's already some dirt in there, even though now I've just washed last night. To wash it off, I'm going to take, this is just a cheap microfiber cloth. I got this on Amazon. It was a 7-pack for like $5. And I'm just going to get it wet. Normally, again, this would be done at a sink. Just, you want to dampen it. Don't use super hot water. Just use lukewarm water. You don't need to, steam your face off or burn anything. And I am just very gently going over my face with this. The microfiber works as a nice soft exfoliator. It's not harsh. And a microfiber cloth is great at getting, I mean, even at night, it's great at getting makeup off. So during the day, you don't have to do a whole lot just to get your overnight face clean. So I'm just gently going over that, no real pressure at all. Okay. And while I'm letting my face dry, I'm just gonna rinse this off real quick. You do typically want to make sure your face is dry before you put the next product on. The next thing I'm going to move on to is toner. And we tone because, especially with your cleansers, they can throw off the pH balance of your skin. And we want to make sure that is in good shape. There are all kinds of toners out there. There are acid toners, there are, like hydraulic, there's glycolic acid and lactic acid, all different kinds of things. I choose just to use a basic, this is a Thayer's Witch Hazel Aloe Vera formula. It's very gentle. The reason I use this kind as opposed to a glycolic or lactic acid toner is because I have lactic acid in my routine later on in the evening as a serum, and you don't want to do it twice. And I chose to do it in a serum form as opposed to the toner for days that, well, first of all, in the morning, I don't want to do a lactic acid toner or a glycolic acid toner. If I only want to do it once a day, so it's not too harsh. And just for days that, sometimes your skin's a little more sensitive, and I need to tone every day. But if it's sensitive, I can leave off the serum. And so instead of having two different toners, I just stick with the one. So I just put it on a clean cotton pad and just gently wipe. This is much different, from the toners of the 80s and 90s where they would, sting your face. And now a glycolic acid toner or a lactic acid toner can sting a little bit, but this is nice and gentle. There's a gentle cucumber smell to it. And you'll notice I take all of my products down to my neck and a little bit on my chest, because that is part of your facial skincare too. So don't forget those areas. Okay. Right. Toning actually should dry pretty quickly for you. Going into your skincare elements, for my daytime routine, it's pretty much just an abbreviated version of my nighttime routine. I use all of these products at night too, with the exception of one, and I just add more at night. But the steps for adding your serums and moisturizers and things like that are, you're going to want to go with the lightest things first. You don't want to put a heavy creamy lotion on and then put serums on top of it, because those things won't penetrate through the lighter things won't penetrate through the thicker to actually get into your skin. The next 3 products I use actually, or I'm sorry, the next 4 products I use, I kind of combine them together in 2 spots. I use a niacidimide. This is the ordinary. It's 10% niacidimide and 1% zinc, and a nice little serum. I have 3 different brands here for these products, and these products, a lot of them are interchangeable between the brands. I haven't noticed much of a difference, so for me it just kind of depends on who has what on sale at what time. But I always want to use a niacidimide, because niacidimide helps with tons of things, but the thing I'm using it for is to get rid of my dark spots. The ordinary, also I use this Matrixyl and hyaluronic acid. Mostly I'm using it for the hyaluronic acid. The Matrixyl is a nice protein that it's nice to have in it, but I do have also another step with proteins and amino acids in it. So actually this is almost out. I might finish this up today. But when I repurchased, I tried the Good Molecules version of it, and that's just the hyaluronic acid. So when I'm done with this, I'll just go to that. Speaking of Good Molecules, the next one I have is the Super Peptide Serum. This is the Good Molecules version of the Ordinary's Buffet, or the Inky List has, I think it's their Peptide Serum. So like I said, they're pretty interchangeable, but this is just getting all of those proteins and amino acids for me. And the 4th one is an EGF serum, which is going to help new skin cell growth. This is by the Revolution. This is the only place I have found this where it's not super expensive. Every other EGF serum is like $60 on up. This I believe was $11 or $14 through Ulta. So, you know, save your money, get these. Like I said, with, you know, there's these brands here. There are 4 basic brands that you can get these serums for, and they are great price. I mean, you can, if you have the money, spend it on, you know, if you want to spend it on your drunk elephant, go for it. I do not have that money, and skincare is important to me, so I pretty much stick with 4 brands. The Ordinary is, I absolutely love it. It's now being carried in Ulta through their website and in some stores. It's also carried at Sephora's website, not in their stores. You can also get it through the actual website for The Ordinary. I think Beautylish also carries it. They have pretty much everything you could need except for the EGF serum. Good Molecules is carried, I don't know, the only place I know is Beautylish. That could be completely, you know, there could be other places, but that's where I got the Good Molecules from. They have most of the products that The Ordinary has. They have a few that are formulated a little differently, but they all do basically the same thing for basically about the same price. So like I said, it just depends on where I'm ordering from at that moment, you know, if I need to throw in something to get free shipping or who has a sale. The Inky List, which the only product I have right now is their CoQ10, and I use that at night. You can get them through Sephora on their website and probably some other places, but that's where I got it from. It's a little, I mean, when I say a little more, I'm talking just like a couple dollars. They have pretty much the same thing as all of the other brands, but they have that Q10 serum that nobody else has, at least at this point. And then the Revolution, I think this is sort of new to them, their skincare line. They have most of the things, but again, the one thing that they have that nobody else has is the EGF serum, however you want to say it. With these, I just kind of mix them together, and I do 2 of them at a time. put them on my face. I don't want to do much more than that because then it gets too liquidy and takes a while to dry. But I am just going to take a couple of drops, not even a full dropper full. And I'm going to put it in my hand after I itch my nose. Okay, I've got it in my hand. I'm going to mix it just a little bit because I don't want it to rub into my hands. I want it on my face, but I want it mixed up enough so that I know I'm getting it all in the different places in my face. And I'm just going to gently rub this around my face, under my eyes. Now, when you first start doing these, don't put them up all the way up under your eyes. I've been doing these for quite a while. I know I don't have reactions to them. If anything was a little harsh, I built up my tolerance to them. So I'm doing this fast, but I am doing it very gently so that it's getting to my face, but I'm not creating more damage by shoving and tugging and pulling. Now, the thing you will find with these serums, as opposed to something like the Drunk Elephant, what you're really paying for the Drunk Elephant is more of a luxury feel. When you put on the, what is it, their polypeptide cream, I forget what it's called, it feels beautiful and, you know, like snowflakes hitting you on a winter day and, you know, all that kind of stuff. This is going to have a little bit of a tacky feel to it. But to save $60 a bottle, I can handle a little bit of a tacky feel. I mean, literally, the Drunk Elephant, you're paying, you know, $60, $70 for a bottle. These, I think the most expensive I have paid for any of these, the buffet or the polypeptide, is about $18, I want to say. So yeah, you're definitely saving money. Again, just have a little bit on there. Press it in and rub it in all the way down my face, my eyelids, my under eye, my neck, my chest, and I'm even going to rub it on the backs of my hands, because you'll notice as you start to get older, the backs of your hands start to show the age too. So just rubbing this in. And now all of these things that I do in the morning, they are all very non-aggressive. None of this stuff are the things that might sting a little bit. These, for the most part, I mean, anybody can have a reaction to anything. So which is why I say, you know, when you start, build it up at first. Don't do it all, you know, don't throw all of these things in your face at once. Don't put them under your eyes, that kind of thing. But, you know, the heavy hitters, you know, your retinols, your vitamin C's, your acids, the things that could generally make you, you know, tingle a little bit or have some issues, I save those things for the night. So, you know, you shouldn't have any problems with any of these. Last in the morning is the most important step of any skincare routine, and that is your sunscreen. Now, some people moisturize and then put sunscreen on. That's fine. I happen to just like the CeraVe AM. It's a facial moisturizing lotion, but it also includes SPF. Now, SPF normally when it's included with makeup, like foundation, you're not using enough of it, enough foundation to get the recommended amount to give you the full spectrum of sunscreen that you need to protect your face. With moisturizer, I'm going to be using enough that it is going to. You need between 1/4 teaspoon and 1/2 teaspoon, depending on how big your face is, and what the recommendations are on the back, to get the full, you know, for the full 30 SPF. So for me, I use 5 squirts of this, which seems like a lot. And when I first put it on my face, you're like, that's a lot. But that's what you need to have. Sunscreen it's going to help you from aging. It's going to keep your skin healthy, help prevent cancer. I mean, it's wrinkles, everything. This is sunscreen. If you prevent it before it gets bad, that's the best thing you can do for your skin. So, and I choose CeraVe because it also has, this one has ceramides, niacidimide, and hyaluronic acid in it, which of course I've already put niacidimide and hyaluronic acid on my face already, but it never hurts to have a little bit more. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I just first kind of put it on all the spots I need, and then I'm just going to gently rub it all around. Don't forget your eyelids. I just go right over my eyebrows. It'll dry. And I want to say that because I have sunspots right underneath my eyebrows, and that's because you never think of putting sunscreen on your eyelids, but you can burn there, and even if you don't burn, you can still get damage. Just want to rub it in until that white cast has gone away. And of course, like if I was going out today in a tank top, I would make sure I either, with your shoulders, you can do something with a facial sunscreen or just a regular sunscreen. But I would make sure I would cover that up too. But just want to make sure you get that. And then again, I'm going to rub it right into the backs of my hands. Because I want those protected too. Alright, so that's my morning routine. Now I would, before I do my makeup, the longer you can let your sunscreen set, the better. Not just, not really necessarily for the protection of your skin, but for your makeup to look well, to look good. I find that this CeraVe works really well under makeup. It doesn't peel up, it looks very nice, but the longer I let it sit, the better my foundation is going to work. So I usually use this time to either get dressed, do my hair, do whatever I need to do. But that's the morning skincare. Sometimes I might throw in something extra, or if I'm running really late, I might, skip some serums or something, but I'm always going to make sure that I get that sunscreen on. Alright, you have any questions? Please let me know underneath. I am so glad that you are here at the Steak and Brush with me today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Please share this with any of your makeup or skincare loving friends. And as always, you can find me over on Instagram at steak_and_brush. Now, thank you very much for sharing this time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.